Hello and welcome back. This is Damien, and we're back in Minecraft. It's been a couple of days, but we've been really busy, and just trying to get things, squared away and get some more things done here. Excuse me. But today, I was going to go over just a few things that I've been doing and some projects that I have, and we've got our first dungeon up. And I was going to give a small preview for that. Um, so let's get right into it. The first thing I'm doing is I'm moving out of that. Um, I am converting this into a museum, a maritime museum, because my build has always been about at least partially aquatic. This is a scene from the dungeon, and this is different loot that drops from the dungeon. But he's a pirate right here, Steve the pirate. So that's maritime. He's a pirate. He's on a boat, and then I threw in this little hall of exploration with the the first boat I was in when we found a buried treasure. You know, and I mean I've always liked this place. I enjoyed building it, but I need more storage space. I need more other stuff. So I'm going to convert this into a museum. I'm keeping the portals here, and of course I'm keeping my merchants here. But right now I'm living in the boat, and I've moved out a lot of stuff. This is still my storage place, but I need a bigger storage place. I'm researching an automated storage facility, but it's really complicated on the redstone and how to set it up and all that. So it's going to take me a while there because we're average Joe here. And I've moved the bed out and all my containers out of here. There's really nothing left but the table and the bookshelves and stuff. And I'm thinking of putting an aquarium up here, maybe, or I might once I get a new storage, put an aquarium down there, maybe one on either side or something, with some of the more rare species of fish in it, something like that. But this is going to be a museum, and I don't know how many people noticed. Could have been quite a few, but this building is off one block, and I have a grid that I used to set the build up. It's a pixelated circle, and it tells you exactly how many blocks you need on each thing, and I set it up. And when I set it up, there's 2 blocks on this side and 3 blocks on this side. So this side is 1 block actually wider than this side. And it's not completely evident, but once I told you that, you can't unsee it now. But when you look at the front, I mean, you see the two white columns here and here, and on this side there's 3. So maybe this side's the one with 3 blocks and that side's the one with 2. But you can see it's off, and that's always kind of bugged me in the back of my mind. But there's not really much I can do unless I tear it down and rebuild it. And this was built in survival. There's no way in hell I'm tearing that down. Now some of it I laid the foundation, and some of it in creative, so I could float around like this and look at it. But I gathered the materials, and then Kite built this front in creative, because the front that I built wasn't this nice. It was more spread out and gaudy more than anything. For the most part, it was more gaudy. So he came in and just rebuilt it like this. But everything else, I mean, it was put together in survival mode, and I just don't want to tear it down. So I'm just going to convert it into a museum that's off by 1 block. And for right now, also, I'm redoing this island. But before I tear the island down and redo it, I need to rebuild the sugarcane farm and the semi-automated farm. I need to rebuild those over in the industrial section of my place. So for right now, the island is just sitting here, but I'm going to turn it into a tropical garden kind of thing. Because when I look out the window over there, I can't really look at my boat. And I don't like this obstructing the view of my boat. And this was going to go up 6 high, so it really would have. So I kind of got started on a smaller version here. This is only 11 blocks, whereas that one's 50. So I'm going to go out at least one more, maybe. But it's going to go up 6, just like that one was planned. It's going to go up 6, and I'm going to come out 2. So that'll give me 12 of those at 11 blocks. We built a really big hole, and I am in the process right now of figuring out what all I'm going to do down here. Because there's so much space now, I can do all kinds of things from the ground up. Not to mention where that water's coming out, there's 2 mines there that I've been mining from this building right here. The mine goes down and twists around all up under this little mountain range here. So that's where 2 of those mines came together down there, and that's where the water is flooding out. That was lava, and I had to go in there and get rid of all the lava. So it's kind of flooded right now. But I'm going to do something with this. I'm going to get this built up from bedrock all the way up here, and it'll probably have farms in it. It'll have my alchemy shop, enchanting, all that good stuff will all be set up. I think I went over this mountain also in a previous episode where I had a bucket of lava and I just poured it over the top of the terracotta. There was a terracotta hill here, and I poured the lava over the top of it, and it just kind of drizzled down over the whole thing. And I was like, wow, that's kind of cool. So I poured water on top of that, and it made the cobblestones. And now I've gone, it's probably full of mobs too, or maybe not full, but yeah, there's some spawns in here because I haven't lit this up. But I went in here after that, after I poured the water over all the cobblestones, and I hollowed the whole thing out all the way down to the water level. This is the bottom of the water level here. So I've got something I can do with this now. And I've been thinking of stuff. Now, I will say when I was very new to Minecraft, I was all about lava. You know, I would put it behind the walls, and I would put it all over the place. And I've gotten a lot better with not really playing with lava that much. But this could be the perfect place to have a little bit of lava flowing with some magma rocks and stuff like that. And just kind of make it an erupting volcano or something. I don't know. But that's another project in the back of my mind. Right now, I want to get my farms over here so I can tear those down and get to work on that island and turn that island into something that actually looks really good. Because see, my section of the map where I've chosen, it's anybody that comes around me here would have to be, I would want them to do something aquatic, something to do with the water. Because this was actually the first ocean we came in contact with from spawn, and that's where I wanted to set up. I wanted to set up and either be fully aquatic underwater or semi-aquatic. So I kind of settled for semi-aquatic. I've got a boat. I'm going to have a maritime museum. I've got stuff in the water. I'm setting up a kelp farm here. And, I've got a lighthouse going. So everything that I'm doing is semi-aquatic. It has to do with the water. I've got sunken boats here, and I've been thinking about doing something with those. And, there's just all kinds. I'm a Navy man. I love the water, man. But, yeah, that's pretty much what's going on at my place at the moment. I built onto the cactus farm. I built another section there, and I'll probably come 2 sections on, so 10 more. That'll give me a pretty big size cactus farm. You can see the melons and the pumpkins are growing really good, and you can see my 3 iron golems down there wandering around. I had 5. This one, about an hour ago, I found him up on top of the mountain, and I pushed him around, and I got him back down here, and I built this little fence where he can't get out again. But the 5th one, Yeah, he's gone. I have no idea where he is. But if you don't have a wall around your place, they will wander off. So, I mean, I'm surprised I've kept all of them as long as I have. But I've got the three that hang around down here, and usually there's no creepers or anything up in here because they'll get them. They'll get them really quick, like. But, yeah, I got this one. He's got that wanderlust. With him and his brother kind of wandered off. And, he's probably fighting crime out there somewhere now. But yeah, that's what's going on at my place. So now we're going to go on over to. We're going to go. I built this forest here and put in a couple of lakes with a creek or a small creek running through them. I'm going to do something with it. I'm thinking like Little Miss Riding Hood or something like that. Red Riding Hood, something. Just a creepy forest with the road through here, and I'm going to build a road through here eventually because with an elytra I can fly everywhere I go without without any problems. But I kind of miss riding my horse around. So, all right, here we are at spawn. We've had some new things added, and I'll show you those real quick. She's not here right now, but we do have a traveling merchant. We have a couple of different ones. One is an alchemy merchant, and the other one sells some other stuff, diamond horse armor, and some other stuff. And every now and then you'll see the traveling merchant has arrived at spawn, and you can come here and they'll have their chest out, and they'll be standing there, and you can deal with it if you've got the currency they're asking for. Well, you can buy what they got. And this is the Iceman's hut. This is Kite was telling me he's going to make this probably seasonal. Like it's wintertime now, so we got the Iceman, but you can talk to him, and he'll take emeralds for ice. And then he's got packed ice, and he's got blue ice. And you'll notice blue ice is pretty expensive, and then packed ice is a little bit less, and then, of course, ice is pretty normal. Well, that's actually how it goes. Blue ice is rare. And every server I've ever seen or been on, blue ice has been very expensive. So I'll probably come back and get some of it because I control an ice biome, and I've seen the blue ice that's there, and it's pretty rare. So I'll probably just wind up buying it from him. But I've got, we've got a good economy set up here. We have a monetary system where you make money. You can make money in the dungeon now, and you can get dungeon vouchers, take them to the bank, turn them in for more money. You can sell emeralds and diamonds. You can sell levels. There's all kinds of ways that you can make money to then turn around and go buy stuff from people. So we've done a really good job of trying to build the economy here. It's the only one I've ever seen like it, and I'm really enjoying it. But let's step into the dungeon lobby here. That's what we came here for. And here's the dungeon lobby. I've showed you this before on a previous episode. But, yeah. And I'm actually in my elytra, and I may actually die, but that's okay. Excuse me. So Dungeon 1's a pirate ship. He's working on Dungeon 2 now, and it's going to be really awesome too. This one it's a really fast, where you can run through this dungeon in 2 minutes. It's because basically it's a wave dungeon. So let's go and let's see how it's set up. Okay, so your dungeon pass is 1,500 money. You pay 1,500 money. You click that button. You pay 1,500 money, and then you get your pass. Then you click this one, and it puts you in the dungeon. Now, you may go, wait, you charge money to go to dungeons? Yes. This dungeon is built for 2 to 4 people, and if you alternate who pays, when you come out of this, because you can take 10 dungeon tickets to the bank and sell them for money. So if you alternate who pays for the tickets, the passes, to get into the dungeon, you're going to wind up making a nice little chunk of money at the end when you turn those tickets in. So I'm by myself, so I would lose money, but I'm going to show you the dungeon, so I'm not too worried about that. So I'm going to click that. So I've got my dungeon pass, and yet you need to stand here on the altar. Click that, it puts you into the dungeon. And like I said, it's a very small dungeon. It's a pirate ship. And once you get in here, when you're ready, it says press to start wave 1. So you press the button and you start wave 1. Wave 1 is very small. It's just a few skeletons. And these are just standing around, which I'm kind of thankful for, because wave 2 doesn't generally stand around, and you wind up getting in a pretty decent fight. These guys look confused, though. But you go through and you take out wave 2. Yeah, these guys are confused. I'll have to talk to Kite and tell him. But, I mean, I am in here by myself. Now, you see the message first, the first mate. That's the mini-boss. Oh, I know why they're not attacking me. It's my fault. It's my fault. I'm on creative. So, anyway, I would have died otherwise, because these guys are nasty. That second wave will hurt you pretty good. And I'll tell Kite to take the tickets away from me once I get done here. Now, here's the rest of wave 2 that ran up here. And then this is Steve. This is not Steve. Yeah, this is Steve. This is first mate Steve. He's got him a gold axe. He's in some armor. And he's holding the key to the captain's cabin, so you got to kill him. And once you kill him, the captain's room is open. So then you come down here, and here's the captain. Captain Dead Man's Beard. And you kill him. And the fights aren't real bad. I mean, this is a low-level dungeon. But as you can see, when you get finished, you receive a diamond and 2 dungeon tickets. And it teleports you out of the dungeon. Now, in the bank, let's go to the bank real quick. I'm not going to sell this because I'm going to give all this back. But, yeah, I totally forgot I was in creative. I haven't had enough caffeine today. So, you go to the bank. Let's say you have 10 tickets. Then you come over here and you get 2,500 for 10 tickets. That's why you want to run that dungeon in 2 to 4 people. That way you're going to make money. You can even click this button and you can check. I have 2 dungeon tickets because I ran 5 times yesterday with Kite. And then once you do that, that's 2,500 money for 10 tickets. And then down here, diamonds are 750 money. You get free diamonds running that dungeon. You run them 5 times, that's 5 diamonds that you sell for 750 each. So you wind up generating a lot of money when you run these dungeons. That's why we charge for it, because we don't want to throw the economy off. But you can see it's set up where you make tons of money in this game. Now, I make tons of money in the game because I do spawn shops and I trade with villagers left and right. But then I come here and I come in here to this and I click this button and all my money goes away because I lose. But that's the price of playing in a casino. But anyway, that's a preview of the dungeon. It just went really quickly. I was in creative mode, so I had to beat down some stuff, and you didn't get to see me die. But yeah, that's some of the stuff that we've been working on, and we're trying to make it a really good server for everybody that joins us. We've got quite a few small group of people now, but we want to get larger. We want to get more people in here, and we want this server to be very successful. So Kite's working really hard on the dungeons and on the programming and on all that good stuff. He's got the traveling merchant put in here, and he's doing a lot of good work. Oh yeah, see there, the traveling merchant has arrived at spawn. So let's go look at that while we're here. Alright, you see the merchants there, got their chest out, they're ready to do some business, trade's worth. Now this one is the alchemy one, and it's 2 buckets of lava, and you'll get 4 obsidian. 3 golden apples will give you 4 gas tears, and then 20 cobwebs will give you 4 fermented spider eyes. So that's what she takes in payment, and I went through a lot of golden apples getting those gas tears. I'll tell you that much. The other one's a general merchant who sells ink, black ink, which is, I will trade for black ink any day of the week. Diamond armor, black ink, and a voodoo doll you can hold in your hand to escape death. That's what the other merchant sells. But yeah, that's some of the new stuff we've got here. Iceman, the traveling merchant, and the dungeon being opened. And like I said, right now he's working hard on the second dungeon, and it looks really, really cool. So if you're interested, just say, hey, I want to come play Minecraft, and we'll get you in here. But other than that, I think that covers pretty much everything, even my dumbass moment. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to us. We're not going anywhere. We always do really good, cool content. I love Minecraft, and we're going to be here for a while, so go ahead and subscribe. Other than that, have a great evening. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.